wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grade.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Go. 56. Ready.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Tighten up.
Smooth.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check 26.
Go.
Motion. Check. Shift. Hey, check 24. Check nickel.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On the
And
right.
how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
We're good. Ready.
Here's Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Bravo!
Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo. Protein spill. Hey, high 7.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. Rolling to his right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's go. 60 or.
Hey, watch it.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hill, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Down. Hey, foxtrot. 50, plant.
Let's go. 56, the mock boy. 56. Check 56. Yeah, that's what I do.
Big driven.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Check. 56. Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12. Minshew, flush to his right. Caught here by Conley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, go on.
Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Deuce. Mike 56.
Ready?
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
Ready? 5-8.
Let's go.
Breeze now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hurry.
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ready?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first.
Check.
This is 3rd down.
5.
45. Mike 45.
26.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryant. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Right there, 56. Wild Bill. 56 to Mike. 56.
Hey, Haywood.
Get off the field.
Go.
Minshew throwing on third down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Do better. Come on, QB, come on. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Let him know.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the shot.
Get it.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Fournette running out of the gun. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Fair.
Check the backer.
You're out.
Big Ed.
Hey. Be careful.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Kill!
Quick zone, travel.
Hey, easy. 11. You're good. I four, ready.
Hey, Charlie.
Back.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Talvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
14. Check. Here we go. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. He's the opposite. I'm coming after you.
Now Breeze on third down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
A gain of 15. First down, New Orleans.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go now. Stick the oar.
Pick it up, guys.
Hey, dude. Yo, go.
Check 45 to Mike. I know he ain't got it.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Fofo to Mike. Mike Fofo. I'm going to come back to you. 40.
Hey, exit.
Check.
You ain't got nothing. Rock it. Goodbye.
Out of the gun. Hill. They'll rope. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Minshew sets to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You got nothing to get.
Go, go.
40 seconds to go.
Now Minshew. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll throw now on the final play. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shit.
Blue draw Corker. Bravo. Defense.
On 2nd down, Minshew is going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
56. Mike, 56.
Here's Minshew. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready. Yellow lady. Mike, 44. You kill. I'm coming after you. Spawn. No.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, easy.
We go 21. Watch your slant. Watch the slant.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, easy.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Yes.
They run it again with Kamara.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, easy. 45, Mike, 45.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Ready.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Alert three. 6-6. Pull it high. Sammy. Check. Hey, here we go. Hey, box drop. So don't say nothing.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Mike 56. I got you, son. Ready.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run. Check out. Let's get five.
So third and long, here's Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What did you see there, Charles, on that interception from the rookie?
They've shown him certain looks on defense throughout the first half, and they pulled the string here in the second half because he got used to those looks, and they showed the exact same thing, but changed it up just a little bit where he thought something was open, and now with the change in defense, it no longer works.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Under 10.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Mike 56, Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Set, ready? 50, plant.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Keep dribbling.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll get it out quickly to Kirkwood. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
44, Mike, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Hill. On the move to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
DJ Chark. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Safety's creeping. Check
General West.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Watch out.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 25. He don't know no better. Let's go.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what? It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 76 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Easy.
Again, it's Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Here we go.
To throw is Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Silver.
On 2nd and 15 now. Minshew. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And able to find Conley. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Delta.
Good for a Jackson.
Now. Let's go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready,
Ball
ready.
on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Double time. Even.
And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Protein spill.
Switch. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, exit. Ready.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that's incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
22 jet bomber. Fight.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready. 8, read.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Easy.
On the ground, Kamara looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Ready up.
45. Mike, 45.
Push on, travel. Go. Right up.
Now Hill. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Ball up to the 35.